At times, it is unfathomable to understand the depths of the shadows of the human consciousness, taking in consideration that we are multidimensional and we have many forms and shapes and expressions. The cumulative force of that shadow becomes vast and rarely can be grasped by the human mind alone. We frequently idealize the spiritual experience. We idealize ascension, and there is a belief formed in the majority that rising into light, rising into love, is necessarily an experience that will rid us of our problems, internal and external. Yet if that were to be true, this entire experience wouldn't happen. Nor would the experiences that we live in different dimensions happen. Our life right now and our internal awareness is a perfect reflection of our existence on those other planes. Indeed, our being is more loving, but rarely we ask ourselves, what does love mean for that being that I am on that different plane? And even less we ask, what is love for other beings? Sometimes it is a mere negative thought, jealousy, envy, or a feeling of inadequacy that another might experience towards our being, right? They have an unintegrated shadow. Frequently, they also hide underneath that divine light, love, presence that indeed is present within their hearts, as it is within our hearts. It becomes challenging to look at other parts of the being because the person or ourselves have found comfort in that one frequency, we call it, but truly is just a comfort zone that we designated for our psyche to rest. Unfortunately, the mere ignorance of our totality, of our different parts, and the lack of awareness of our shadow, the unintegrated one, as well as the constant comparison either of ourselves with higher ascension beings, or ourselves with other people, or our paths to the paths of others, contributes to the creation of darkness. that darkness, it becomes a personality that oftentimes is unseen by us. We are blind to it because we are still in this comfort zone, stubbornly defending the peace that we fought for a very long time. For a very long time, indeed. And that personality, it takes on attributes, emotions, negativity. It accumulates the dross that stagnates our true ascension, which is not a vertical rising, but an expansion of the heart, an expansion of the unconditional love that is integrative of all polarities we see in ourselves and those around us. It is also a message of discrimination and being attentive whenever we feel a surge of negativity coming towards us, or that surge of negative emotion emerging from us toward another, and not necessarily a human, not necessarily a soul. At times, our environment, at times, our circumstances, at times, our own self. That negativity has all the potential to expand as much as our love would, be it that we would agree to see truth, to choose truth, to speak truth, and to radically accept our own truth and the truth of others. The higher dimensional aspects of ourselves, of others, are not better aspects. They have their own experience. They, as well as us, cultivate love and search for answers that propel those aspects to create a new experience that is playful, that is curious, that is creative. So if we were to learn something from those higher dimensional aspects, that would be this. Choose to expand the love that is already within your heart in order to create a new experience that is curious, that is playful, that is creative. And if you choose to see the self within your heart, who is your very own self, the loving being through which God is experiencing this world, see them as curious, playful, and creative. That is the way to construct a relationship with God that expands each day, that flourishes in trust, dignity, and alignment with your authenticity and your loving being. Seek not to idealize the experiences of others and of your own attributes that exist in higher dimensions. If everything would be perfectly loving, we would be one and have no means by which this experience can occur. There is growth for us, growth for those beings, and growth for the higher selves within our hearts as well. All of this is a mandala that connects us between one another, our own aspects and multidimensional selves, and brings us to the center where love exists as the all-permeating source that weaves this mandala endlessly because it loves us. Not for any other reason, not for a battle, not for struggle, not for endless cycles and karmic cycles, but because it simply loves us like a mother loving her child. Blessings.